What's happening? Okay. All right. Welcome everyone. Once again. So let's move quickly to the reviews and then finally talk about presentation and like a mini website and also basic design tips for business. All right. So let's move on really quickly. You can see my screen here. Hello.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm just going to move really quickly. All right. So yeah, this is really cool. I like it. I think one of the first things is, so if you watch here, right, you see what you have here. There's space between Lavi and tapestry. And then there seems to be no space between tapestry and weaving threads into and blah, blah, blah. So that's weird, right? You need to have space between this, and then no space between this and this. Okay. So so that they can be grouped together in mind of the viewer. All right. So reduce this. Okay.
I think you are breaking up.
Yeah, that works. Then just one more thing. For this kind of shape, right? I mean, it works, but it would be nicer if it wasn't that close to the edge. Okay. So it's fine if it comes from up because they are trying to, and if it's coming from up, right, it's better for it to have something
I
like
can't see your screen
like there's a top edge. Okay. And it can still be aligned to the right. So like the alignment is actually pretty decent. Okay. So I mean this can also work in central alignment if you bring everything into the center. So yeah, that also works. All right. But overall,
Same here.
other suggestion would also be to reduce the opacity so it's very dark, so it can show very well, so it doesn't feel too light. All right. But all in all, this looks pretty decent. Okay. Well, this is well done. Okay, so whose design is this? Let me ask. Okay. So first of all, I'm seeing the same brand or the same name with two different representations in terms of the brand. What's happening here? You're muted. Hello? Hello?
I hear you.
All right, so let's just move on. So first, okay. This the text here doesn't seem appropriate because it's too cursive, right? So it's difficult to read. Okay, it sounds very fun to work better here because you want to be able to see what's written here, right? So you have something like a sans serif basically. Because of time, I don't want to explain too much, right? And then second thing, you see here your text too close to the box. Right, we've discussed this a lot. So next time, if you're doing something like this, right, bring this somewhere out of the box, right? And preferably because everything's in the center, right? It works better with the center alignment. All right, same here, right? So of course, changing this to sans serif, right? And then so I'm not sure why this has a different font from the one I saw earlier, which was the same name. because it's supposed to have a uniform logo. So there's a big problem there. I think that needs to be sorted even before any other thing of the design. Yeah, for this looks really nice, except there seems to be a lot of space here between this text and this. So I think this works, right? So you can bring this down. You can bring this down and just have this here, right? Let's go. Okay. Or if you want to make it longer, you can stretch this in so it feels longer, right? But either way it works. And then, well, I just noticed this here. And then typically you don't want to use the exact same font you used here. So this would have been nice with a simple font that people can read because it's a lot of details, right? You don't want to put a fanciful font that people can see. I mean, I can see this, but it's actually cool. But because it's the exact same font with this, right? You want to have some nice contrast. Okay. So watch out for that. This. This is a presentation. Fashion illustration. Where do we start from? So I think one of the first things here is this text, right? Too close to the edge, so you can get it down. Okay, but this works. Right. Fashion illustration. Now, typically, I would suggest you have things like this behind the image as opposed to behind text. Why is because it makes text more difficult to read. Okay, so you probably want to have something like this instead, and then bring it under, and then have your text clean so that when people are reading, they can read. So they can read it very easily. Okay.
The call is breaking here.
And
Like,
if you
I
remember
can
what I
barely
said
hear
earlier
you.
when I was talking about presentations, you need to have uniform sizes in uniform locations. All right. So you can see this, right? This is on the top left. Yeah. What font size is this size? Font size 50 and it's smooth. Okay.
It's breaking on my end too.
It's breaking on my end as well.
And I don't think David is hearing enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
and it's smooth. Right, so we have the exact same thing here. Now, apart from the having your font size and your header in the same location, you also want to ensure that you have a very readable font. All right, this font is readable when you have very little text. But when you have a lot of text, it starts to become difficult to read. Okay, so watch out for this part. It's pretty.
Very good.
It's not terrible, but it can be better if you have a more readable font. Okay. Then here, the major problem here is that it's too close to the edge. All right. So you either bring this out, okay, and then do something like this. Okay. But either ways, you just need to have some space between, and then same thing here. So it's not too close to the text. Okay. Call is breaking. Can I hear? Can everyone hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hello, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, Thelma, you're raising your hand. Hello, Thelma, I can hear you. Hello? Hello? Can you all hear me now? Hello? Okay, hold on, let me change my network.